Hello everyone, I'm here at the final day of IEM Cologne 2015, joined by William Cho, better known as Chobra. He took a bit of his time to talk about himself and the ongoing tournament right now. But first off, Chobra. Throughout this tournament, with our conversations, it felt like there was a special bond between us. Like, I don't know, am I getting reverse swept? Or why do I feel like I'm on cloud 9?
You know what? I think there's a special bond between us too. So don't worry about getting reverse swept. You don't have to have any worries like that. That's a NA special. Okay, so you don't need to worry about any of that.
All right, I'll take it, I guess. So, how have you been enjoying this tournament? Like, the finals are going on right now, Ever against Xiaogu, and it's currently 2-1. What is your general opinion on this whole tournament?
Well, overall, first of all, I think it's a lot of fun. As an ESL employee, it's still my first time actually doing an event in the studio here in Cologne. And I can tell why everyone has such a good time here. It's much more intimate. It feels a little bit more open. And while there's a lot on the line, the players are also a little bit more relaxed because you're surrounded by the fans all the time. It's not a massive stage in a stadium. It's a very different feel than the recent events that we've had throughout esports. And so I think it's been a lot of fun. And this tournament coming in, none of us really knew what to expect from the games. It's a new patch. It's a lot of new players and new teams. And I think we're all pleasantly surprised.
Well, there have been several different storylines in this tournament. Well, what is your favorite? Can you choose one and elaborate on that, please?
It's probably going to have to be Ever, and not because they're from Korea, but because I think the other stories, whether it's Fnatic and HK, these are much more speculations, right? It's just a new roster, and you just had no idea what to expect. But then you come to Ever, and they had something proven, and now it was a different story. The first time they showed up in Kespa Cup, it was like, who are these guys and can they win at all? Now that they won, and especially against a team like SKT, the story completely changes for them in, was that a fluke or are you actually that good? And so far, they're proving that they are a pretty good team.
Yeah, I will have to agree with that one. So you've been doing a really good job with moderating the analyst and host desk.
Thank you.
Well, to be honest, let's be fair. Do you actually know about what they are talking about?
So I joke about this a lot too, that if you kind of only look at it from the outside, hosting is relatively easy, right? You just ask the questions and you get to sit back and take it all in. Specifically for League of Legends, I'm blessed to host League of Legends events because I used to commentate it myself, and it's the esports game I've played the longest. I've played it since Season 1. So, even if I had to work on a couple other games or something, I can easily come back to it. It's very familiar. And, all jokes aside, even when you're hosting, in order to ask the right questions, you do need to have a pretty good grasp, because otherwise you're just going to open really generic questions, and even then the experts won't be able to give you good answers. So I would say that I know quite a bit, but definitely not as much as those other guys.
So apart from being able to host a desk this good, do you have any other talents, or is that really just it?
Well, I used to be into music a lot. In fact, before esports, I used to play violin, and I used to be in a cappella. I've sang, I've beatboxed a little bit. That has gone out on broadcast before. So I would say music as a whole is kind of another big passion, and I guess you could say a talent of mine.
Are you too rusty for it right now, or would you be able to provide a sample of your beatboxing capabilities?
I would love to, but I would say I'm a little rusty right now. Also, I've been talking all day, so we'll save that for another special occasion. I won't let it rust.
All right, you heard it, guys. Beatboxing with Chobra in the next couple of weeks, or months, or years, or never.
We'll keep it to months, maximum months. We'll keep it to months.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Chobra.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
Yeah. No, I had a lot of fun. I had great fun talking to you guys, and again, I'm just thankful for everyone who showed up to this event at the Intel Extreme Masters in Cologne, all the fans here, and everyone who's watching too. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback, just a lot of fixes we've made in the show flow, and also the players here seem to be having fun. The games, of course, we get lucky when we see good games. It does all depend on the players and what kind of performance they show us, but overall, it's been a great experience.
It's been Etosh for Enigma Esports. Thank you for joining us here.